So the next topic is sort of like going back to an old topic, but not really. Remember the episode with our good friend Max Romero? And
Which one?
I was talking about
The one where I was in the hospital?
the one where you're in the hospital. And, you know, there's this magic lamp and you put your penis on it and he comes out and he's like, hey.
You put your penis on...
Yeah, dick genies.
That's that's my favorite search
You get a
engine.
disease like that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dick Genies.
You rub it, and like the original genie was like, "Hey, if like I could bring back any franchise or make like if I could remaster a game or make a sequel to a game, like what would it be?"
And you said Bully, and then that came out for the store.
And I said Manhunt, and it also came out that day.
but those weren't remasters.
And then you said the
I know, but
Warriors,
they
and
were.
look where we are now.
So this genie is back, and now he's saying, if you could have any question answered, any at all, what would it be? And I can answer it for you. Any question you would want answered about life in general, what would it be? So how I'll start off is
What am I wearing?
the question that I would want answered is there life out there in space? To know that for sure, because a lot of people are like, you think like, oh, like what's my purpose?
There's something in the...
Shut up.
Where's my Asian friend?
Those are two different songs.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Same album, two different songs.
Blink-182 has more than one
Same
song.
nurse.
The story so far has more than one song. 'Cause they all sound the same.
Yeah, it's all two notes.
So, yeah, I would want to ask like, are we alone, or is there life out there? Because a lot of people think like when they have the opportunity to get that, like, to ask a kind of question like that, they're like, oh, what's my purpose in life? And yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
It'd be funny if like you asked this very serious like
How big is
question,
Shaq's dick?
which is a really good question.
Yeah.
And the genie is just like, does a bear shit in the woods?
Does the Pope shit in the
What
woods?
do I do?
I mean, does a bear shit in the woods? That means yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Is
okay,
the Pope
cool.
Catholic? Is the Space Pope reptilian?
Because that's the thing. I feel like we're gonna come in contact with aliens one day. I don't think that's gonna be while we're
It's
alive,
gonna be
though.
so sweet.
We're
so
all
cool.
gonna be dead, though. That's
It's
the
gonna
problem.
be so cool.
Bro, when the aliens come down and
I'm
they're
ready.
hot green chicks.
They're hot green chicks.
I'm
So,
so
it's just
ready.
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Those
are
I just
hot
want to see
blue
it happen,
chicks.
and then I want to die, and then I'm good. Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I don't believe that we're gonna be alive when we come in contact with aliens.
I have a feeling I'm just gonna have a heart attack from like seeing it happen anyway. Like, it doesn't even matter.
I hope they're all xenomorphs and the future generations are fucked.
So I would love to just know that before I die, just because that would be dope.
It'd be really
I would
dope.
like it.
Are we alone in the universe? There's a plan on that moon over there. See ya.
We don't find out that there's life out there, but we find out that our whole like we're all just living on Bender. We're the ass part of Bender.
Because I think a lot of people have talked about like, why haven't we come in contact with aliens yet? And the sort of theory that I believe is that when we think about intelligent life out there, we think like they're so much more advanced than us. And I think if there is intelligent life out there, I don't think they're that much more advanced.
They
Like I think
definitely
they're
don't fucking have Cheeto mac and cheese for sure.
We have evolved beyond the need for mac and Cheetos.
I feel like they might just be a little more advanced than us, and because
Yeah.
a lot of people think like, oh, they're so advanced, like they know how to like.
They just got
Space
like
travel.
the ranch Doritos taco.
They're just
thing.
like a little. They're just like a couple months behind us.
They're exactly like us, except they're blue and they have one ear in the middle of their head.
Yeah.
balls are still huge.
Hogs.
We assume that like they know how to space travel and all that stuff, but I honestly think that like if there's intelligent life out there, and I honestly think there is, that they're just not. They're just sort of like around us as well. Like we're all just like very far away from each other, and we're not yet at the place where we can confidently space travel.
They're
to
just-
other, like
They're just up
parts of
there
the
like
universe.
they're just up there like, why doesn't Ross, the largest of the friends, not simply eat the other five? Perhaps they are saving that for sweeps.
Daniel, what would you want to? What would you ask?
When
I
will
was
love
originally
find
gonna
love?
do the is there life outside like in the universe?
Is there life
Or
outside?
something like that.
Open
So
your fucking door. Hi, Ma.
backup question would probably be like, what happens when we die? Like what? Like just
Oh, yeah,
straight
is there-
up, like,
is-
what happens when we die? You know?
Well,
Like,
if you're good,
You enter a Yu-Gi-Oh
right?
tournament,
'Cause there's so,
idiot.
so many theories and stuff like that. You know,
Obviously.
like is it
You
a
get
dream?
sent
Is
to
it,
the
like,
shadow realm.
It
Is it
depends
just
if you have
black
3 Blue Eyes White
resurrection?
Dragon or not.
yeah, can you summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon?
So I think that'd be
Bitch,
awesome.
God has Exodia.
See, you'd have to ask it in this specific way because the way you ask it, like, what happens after you die, and then the genie just says everything, and then just leaves.
He's like, there's the final half season for My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
When you die, if you are bad, it's nothing but a pit where the only song that plays is Higher by Creed.
If you go to heaven, there's that half season of My Name Is Earl. If you go to hell, they just have like a full extended edition of Mr. Meaty.
Oh,
You're just like, what the
and it's the only thing that plays, except it's
Mr.
real life and
Meaty.
all of the puppets talk.
What would you want the answer to be?
Ooh. I kind of like the idea of resurrection. Like just
Resurrection,
like living several.
living
If
several
there was
lives,
like any
yeah.
like type of way for it to happen, that would be like the
like
coolest
yeah,
way.
being able
I've
to like,
always
live a
said-
different life,
Yeah.
live again, or live as an animal. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I've always said resurrection's
have-
the most likely because the earth is so good at recycling things already. Like, why not recycle people?
Yeah.
That'd be
And also, like,
Builds house with body parts. There you go.
but
No, it'd be funny though, like in the in between process of like
Japan now.
in the in between process of like you being resurrected, like living another life, like you get to look at like all the other lives that
Yeah.
you've lived, and you realize that you've been Hitler.
actually,
what
I had
happened
this
over
theory.
there,
Look,
like 1940? What was that? Oh, that's nothing. That's not, don't worry about it.
think about this. Resurrection would make sense because why do you never remember the first 3 years of your life? It's because
gosh,
that is
we're
your
getting
last
too
life.
deep.
It's the only time where you remember what you were in your previous life, and after that, those memories go away.
That's why
No,
babies
that's-
act so weird.
That's your brain developing because it's mush.
Smoke this.
I have a feeling if like that did happen and you have any recollection of what your past life would be, it would just be me trying to find Barrett and be like, "Hey,
Bro!
hey."
Hey.
I also had this. I also have this theory that
Better Call Saul.
I actually wrote a song based around the idea that we are all just one consciousness going through time and living every life.
Bollywood style.
No, just kidding. My real question is actually: is Frank Ocean ever gonna release his album?
No, bitch.
Out.
Nope. The real question is Childish Gambino ever gonna release his new album?
Nope.
That's the real question.
Lorde's never releasing a new
Both.
album.
Lord's just
Lorde,
done.
I called it. I said Lorde was gonna be a one-hit wonder when Royals came out. I'm like, that's gonna be her.
No, she
only-
had other hits.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Like
Royals
Team
is
or
like-
Tennis Court.
Yeah, but still.
Shut
Now
your
you're just
trap.
naming things.
Team was the team. I liked Team.
Tennis court.
Team was a good
Chair.
one.
I mean, are these
Coffee pot.
are these not Lorde songs? Just like I drink from the coffee pot.
Exactly. That would fit. There you go, Lord. There's your new single.
Lord.
I am Lord.
This topic is stupid.
Henry, what would you want to be answered?
Will I find love?
Really?
No, I need a non-pussy question. I don't know. It's like there's a lot of questions.
Did
Who's
Nick
my
Cage
real
push
dad?
his son off that cliff?
I think you know that.
No.
I mean, that is something you can never be too sure if your dad is your real dad.
Whatever happened to DB Cooper?
Ooh, a good one.
Who's
Speaking of whatever happened to people, whatever happened to
Amelia Earhart.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That was
That's a really good.
she's dead no matter what. So
I know, but like how like what happened in that process
Yeah.
of like?
I'm telling you, she flew over an airspace where people weren't allowed to fly over, was shot down.
yeah, that's probably the.
Probably.
Yeah, like she flew over Germany and they're
Not
like,
interesting.
yeah, she flew over Germany and it was like, Ike, American plane. Exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But didn't she disappear? Or wasn't there like a set location where she like?
DB Cooper robbed her plane.
I mean, there's more cases like that. Though. Like what?
I mean,
there's
they
other
say
people that, like,
they say
disappeared.
America landed on the moon, but I don't think so. So
I'm
Still?
telling you.
Are we still
Rivers-
on this?
Rivers
Still
Cuomo
on this.
faked
This
the
is a
moon
hot
landing.
topic.
Oh my
Rivers
gosh.
Cuomo faked the moon landing.
Um,
Okay, here's the one for you. I just had. What was the one I just had? Oh yeah. Whatever is Ted Cruz the Zodiac killer / Paul Bearer?
See, that would be a great question. Who is the Zodiac killer?
Turns out it's
That
Gwen
would be a great
Stefani.
one. That'd probably be one of the ones
Yeah.
I'd ask.
Yeah.
I'd asked what really happened on August, or was it April? I think it's April. April 5th, 1994, I think he died. Kurt Cobain. I want to know what actually happened. 'cause
I mean, it's
find
obvious.
It's like
Eric
all bullshit.
Clapton
It's
came
fucking
in.
I want to
obvious.
know for sure though, because
Courtney Love
it's
killed
never gonna
Kurt
get
Cobain.
followed up by anything.
No, El Deuce killed him.
Like even like after the picture of like how big that fucking shotgun
Oh
was.
no,
or
I
whatever.
believe that Courtney Love like hired that one guy to fucking kill
El
him.
Deuce.
But I know it's never.
It's
gonna
Courtney,
get,
bitch.
It's never gonna get.
That was the last thing Kurt Cobain ever heard in his life.
It's
It's
Courtney,
Courtney, bitch.
Also, what happened to Eazy-E? Like, we could go down that road of like.
What
Suge
happened
He
Knight
got
gave him AIDS. Suge Knight
We
gave
go
him
down-
AIDS.
Yeah, right.
What happened to Tupac exactly?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Suge Knight killed him and Biggie.
There's
Yeah.
so many music artists that you can just like ask like what happened.
No, Easy E. It was he
I
had
mean,
sex with
yeah.
a lot of women and got AIDS. That's like a sort of simple.
sure.
thing
And then
to
he was
cut.
buried in a solid gold coffin like a man is.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of another good one.
Like another good one.
Yeah.
His barefoot.
Like the music thing was like the main thing I was thinking of.
What
for
am I
coming into
doing
this.
wrong?
Is Bigfoot real? That's a good
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bigfoot is a guy in a fursuit who's way too embarrassed at this point to come forward.
Yeah, he's like a furry. He's like the world's first furry, and he just
Everyone knows the world's first furry was Socrates.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can find a copy of what was the Star Wars game that was supposed to come out? 1313.
Yeah, Star Wars 1313.
Like,
It's somewhere out
is
there.
It is somewhere out there? Where can I find it?
Yeah.
Go rob it.
That's got to be in like some. Who was the company that was
Almost said
originally?
Star Wars 2112.
Dun, dun. That would
Getty
be
Lee
the
just
greatest
comes
thing of
out.
all time.
Who was the company that was originally working on that?
I have no.
You gotta
fucking idea.
imagine
I don't
like
remember. Here,
it's
let
in
me-
their archive somewhere.
Han Solo, how are we going to get there? We have to ride the train to Bangkok.
Star Wars.
Why did John leave Game Grumps?
LucasArts.
I think asking like,
It just
will I
says
ever
Who's
find-
Milo's real
This
dad?
is LucasArts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, will it ever find love? Like, that's a valid question. I mean, it's it's kind of a
You
given.
do
That's-
have love.
I know, right? Like,
It's
you
me.
kind of assume that. Yeah, of course I'll find love.
I'll
someday,
suck your
but, like,
dick.
That's wait, slow down.
That's how
It's
love
love.
is. That's what love is. Sucking.
That's love.
I think we got copyright strikes like
Yeah.
Who
7
killed
times.
Who killed Big Pun? Suge Knight.
We really killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
Ted
yeah.
Kennedy. He got someone else to kill him to cover it up.
Ted Cruz.
9/11 was an inside job. Here we go, man.
No, 9/11 was an inside job. The government just knew 9/11 was going to happen and did nothing to stop it.
I would want to know why Kojima left Konami.
That's what I was thinking too.
They put him in the chamber and they wouldn't feed him
Yeah, like that's a really interesting one. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's ever gonna come out.
because he wasn't
Yeah.
working on PES 2016.
So yeah, this is something I was thinking about a lot. You're thinking. You have your thinking face.
Yeah,
on.
that one was on my mind, but I kind of just like skipped over it because it's settled now. He's here.
Yeah,
So I was just kind of like,
because
whatever.
he's safe.
Like,
He's
he's
safe.
alive. I'm fine.
Who killed Scott Weiland?
Scott Weiland. That's what the fuck happened.
Who killed Lane Staley?
See,
Drugs.
Why didn't they mention another grunge one? Why didn't they mention Lane Staley in the like tribute thing at the Grammys after he died?
They didn't mention Jeff Hanneman either.
That's true. Yeah, I want to know why because that's a bunch of bullshit.
there you go.
Because he should have been the person on that fucking.
Another one. Will
video.
we ever find world peace?
No.
No.
World peace. Ooh,
No.
that's see, Barrett has the kind of questions that are, like matter.
Because
Our questions matter.
because it sort of connects with my thoughts on like
Alien?
alien life
Yeah.
because if aliens have ever are like way more advanced than we are, and they have like seen us, I feel like the reason they haven't fucked with us at all is because they're like, they have their own shit to work out right now. Let's leave them alone. So I feel like the only way that we can confidently, like, if there is like sort of like galactic sort of like community out there, the only way we can really be a part of it is, you know, being fucking cool with each other.
Like, yeah, if we spent less money on like war and stuff, more money on scientific research, I'm sure we'd be able to like do.
As the great philosophers
galactic
Bill and
travel
Ted
stuff.
said,
Yeah.
just be cool to each other.
Just be cool to each other.
Just be cool to each other.
Opens the Faith No More Theological Institute.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't think of another one.
My real
No.
question to God is why he hates me.
That's another one. Is God real?
I know the answer. I know
The genie's
answer
like,
already.
nah, fam. And
I was like, nah, Genie, I got this one.
Turns out God isn't real, but the devil is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mike Patton's real, so God is real.
No, Lemmy is real. He finally ascended.
Sorry, I'm tired.
I'm very
Yes.
fucking tired.
I have coffee.
Yeah,
the
there-
coffee's
Shut
not
up,
helping
Daniel.
at all. It's just like going through me.
You're always sort of awake when I pick you up, and then by the time we get here, you're just like done.
Because you pick me up and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. Then we get here, wait for Henry, and I'm like,
I woke up waiting for death.
my energy's just gone now.
Any other questions? Any questions we would want answered? Absolutely. From
Why
This
did Gwen
magic
break
gene.
up with me? Is that
why did
why did
Whoa.
Gwen break up with me?
whoa, some real shit.
But, like, don't you ever like want to know like why like your high school girlfriends broke up? Like the
She
real
broke
reason
up-
you
I
know,
knew
wanted
why
to-
all of mine broke up.
Because you're a piece of
Broke
shit.
up with you because you wanted to go back to Anthony.
There's always those high school girlfriends that are just like, yeah, you know, it's just not working out. But there's not like a real
See,
reason,
here
you know?
here's some life advice for you,
I'm
Daniel.
hung like a fucking champion. Why?
After a couple
I
of,
mean, I'm half joking, obviously.
you're half joking, but you're half not joking. You're half not joking.
It's the other half that matters.
You will officially become an adult when you don't think about those things anymore. When
Oh,
you
I'm
really
sure.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I think one of my exes for the first time in a while the other night when we were at Quentin's, and I was like, oh jeez, I haven't thought about that person in forever. And when you have those thoughts, that's when you know like you're mature and you're in a great relationship.
Yeah.
And the rest of
You're
your life
hung
is
like a
just
champion.
You're hung like a champion.
The real moment is when you stop thinking about all the crushes that could have been something. Like, I haven't thought about her in years, and now Viper!
Yeah, so just, you know, fucking don't worry about it.
No, I'm not.
Don't worry about it.
Does Light in Death Note take the deal to exchange half of his life for those eyes?
Here's a real question. Here's a real question.
What's in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
What happens to Jesse Pinkman after Breaking Bad?
He
And-
did Need for Speed.
Fuck.
And who is Earl Jr.'s real dad from My Name is Earl?
Can we have 5 more seasons of Breaking Bad?
We do. It's called Better Call Saul.
Let's keep it going.
Oh, will George Martin ever finish the books?
No.
No.
Fire.
See,
Or is he going to die before he finishes them?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. He's given the ending to the showrunners because he feels like he might die before he actually finishes
Real,
those books.
real question. When will Harry Potter fans shut the fuck up about Harry Potter?
Never. Hey guys, so this
Speaking
next
of that-
topic, I want to talk about Harry Potter.
Sorry,
Yeah,
one
no,
more.
yeah.
Shit.
My very
No, I'm
last
kidding.
and probably most important question for myself: are we ever going to get a Green Lantern movie that's going to make me go into fetal position and cry in a good way this time?
I don't know.
Real question. Do we butt or do we nut?
You obviously butt. You always butt.
Where is Green Lantern right now in the comics? Like I haven't been keeping up.
He
with
right
DC,
there.
so-
Where
Hey, Hal.
for like the movies?
No,
stuff?
just like didn't DC do another reboot?
They have a Green Lantern New
They have a Green
52 like
Yeah,
everything
the
else,
Watchman's
but it's
there
like,
now.
It's like
Yeah, Watchmen's part of that universe now. It's all fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
Who
DC,
cares?
fuck Marvel too.
Yeah.
Image.
All comics suck. All
Everything is bad.
everything. All video games are bad. All music is bad.
Was it Kingdom Come where Rorschach was just in the background?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
was just
I only read Image comics. That's
Fuck out of here.
Hey, look at me. I read Saga. I'm the
Yeah, tell me
coolest
the
guy
fuck
who's ever lived.
So one more question. Will the tech bubble ever burst?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
already is.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it to happen soon.
I live in the
I-
tech bubble.
I want these fucking companies out of the city. I want them out.
You know, we're not the most expensive city in the United States anymore.
Whoa,
There's an apartment in New York at $6 more.